Hey, it's episode 11. Welcome back. I mentioned last time that I was taking my swing arm to be dismantled, and that's happened. So the first bit of this video, I'll take you through the internal components of the swing arm, the drive shaft, etc., which is a good thing. And then the second part, we're going to look at the final drive. I'm going to crack the final drive open and replace that seal that we talked about again on previous videos. Also I've bought a spare final drive. I picked up a bit of a bargain, I think, and I'll show you that as well. So let's crack on with that. Okay, I thought I'd just show you inside of a swing arm. This doesn't happen very often, I'm guessing, so not to me. But this is the page from the climber with all the bits in, and here they are out on the bench. So now I can go and get this thing repainted, coated. Right, let me show you how this thing works. Right, drive shaft is in good condition. I'm liking that. Splines are good. Then this is how this goes. You've got this, it's called a spring seat, and then that spring sits on there like that. This is the spring you have to compress to take the drive shaft out, so that's a serious bit of spring, so that's why it's hard to do. This is called the front cam. Actually, this has got some damage to it. Look at that chipping on there. So I'm going to replace. See that okay? Is that on focus? Yeah, chipping on both sides of that. Anyway, that sits on there. This is the other half of that, which sits on top like this. And then you've got a spacer and a snap ring. Okay, so this whole assembly here slides onto here. So it goes like, forgive me while I do this one-handed while I film. So that fits on there like that. Then that goes in there, and then that snap ring goes over that groove, holding it all in. So that's the thing. Now, back to this wear. These faces, let me just change my lighting. There you go. So these faces are okay, but this turns like that on it, yeah? These faces really aren't. So I will get a new one of those. See those chipping there? I will get a new one of those. And when it gets reassembled by the kind man who took it to bits, he'll put a new one in. 22 quid for a new one. You can discuss whether that's a lot of money or not, but I think it's, in the scheme of things, it's worth doing. Okay, so there you have it. That's what the inside of a swing arm looks like. Great stuff. Okay, so this is the final drive that I cleaned up the other week. You remember watching that? And look at this. Picked up this beauty, although it's a dirty beauty, for not much money. Apparently it wants bearings replacing, so my plan is to replace the seal on this one, as we've already discussed, and then that one's finished. Make it a bit cleaner than it is, but that's broadly it. This one, I'm going to do a full dismantle, and then I'm going to get this case painted to match the swing arm. And if this dismantle goes okay, I will be brave enough to put this swing arm on the bike. So they're both the same ratio. Okay, here's another view. This one requires a big cleanup. Yeah, but they're both the same ratio, which if you can see that, it's 37:11. It's very faint on that one, quite hard to see. But also 37:11, so they should be they should fit nicely. Okay, now then, in the videos I've seen on YouTube, there's a special clamp you can clamp this into to hold it straight. Well, I haven't got one of those, so I'm going to use a towel to rest it while I take it to bits. So let's start with that. Okay, well, the towel didn't work. I couldn't get the leverage on the bolts, so I've actually installed it vertically in my vise without the use of a special thing. Not sure how great an idea this is, but couldn't think of a better way to do it, to be fair. So let's get these bolts loosened. Okay, so that's all the bolts loosened. Now I'll back to the bench. Okay, so we're back on the bench and on the towel, nice and steady. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take off the main bolts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. And then when they're off, there are 2 M5 drilled holes here, where you push an M5 bolt in and it breaks the seal, and there's one either side. These are so full of crap, actually. I'm going to chase them out with one of these. So yeah, give me 2 minutes to do that. Get those bolts off, get that thing chased out, be right with you. Oh yes. Let me just give you a close-up of that just so you can see what I'm working on. So this is that's the hole that takes the M5 bolts. And if I spin that round, that's the one I've just chased out. Where's it go? There. Can you see how better that is? That's good. Right, let's get these bolts off. Bit of thread lock on that. So they were tough to get out. I think that's a 4, is it? Yep. So just some equal pressure on both sides, just to break the seal. There's a gasket in here, which hopefully, oh, I heard it click, hopefully hasn't been stuck with gunk. And again, that's great. It's caught on the tube for the rear brake cam. You can see that, I guess it's all the way around now. Probably see right through it. However, there's a insert in there which I'll probably need to drift out. Let me have a think about that. Okay, so just so you know what I did there, because I'm almost out. The two M5 bolts are here. I reseated this bolt to give this side some anchor, and I've tightened these to the full extension now. So I'm almost out. I can just feel that. There you go. So that's popped out, and there. Look at that. That's fabulous. That is. That looks in perfect condition. Absolutely perfect condition. Not much sign of a gasket, if I'm honest with you, around the outside of it. So have a look inside this. It's absolutely lovely. Not a scratch or wear on that at all. So there's that looks great. Look at that. Okay, so that's the final drive opened, and here's the ring gear. If you recall, we've got to replace the ring gear seal, which is looking pretty ropey, so we have a new one of those. Methods for getting the ring gear out of this plate is to heat the plate, and then the ring gear will drop through. Might require a tap, we'll see, but let's do that now. Okay, so I've supported the assembly on these blocks of wood, and now I'm going to heat the outer rim and get this ring gear out. This might take some time, so I'll skip this bit. Well, I wasn't filming there, but I actually just tapped that with the bottom end of my hammer and it dropped through, so that worked a treat. So, oh, that's quite hot. And there, my word, look at that. There's a shim on there, and the bearings, they look in good nick. So I will not mess with those at all. Looks good. But I will chase out that thing in the middle. Okay, this is the replacement seal. This bit goes on the inside. There's this bit with the groove goes on the inside. Yep, that's the same size. Super good. Let me get rid of the old seal. There you go. That's the old fella out. So that's actually quite badly damaged. So now I just need to clean up this inner face here and put the new seal in. Great stuff. Okay, I'm going to give this a bit of a degrease. This is quite mucky, so let me just clean that part up, wash it, and then we'll start the reassembly. Okay, so that's the part cleaned, thoroughly cleaned, especially inside of here. So now to refit the gasket, the ring rather, a little bit of oil around the outside, and then press that in place into the housing. So let's do that. Lovely. Now I'll press that. I'm going to put the ring down actually and press it over it. That's how I'm going to do it. Just oil up your fingers. Okay. Okay, again I'm using the soft end of a hammer to drive this in. The shim goes over the bearing like that, and then this goes over that. I think it's going to require a bit of heating up again. Ah, awesome. That's good. There you go. That's in, that's done. That looks ace. Fantastic. Well, I'm pleased with that. That's fully seated. I'll come down a little bit. Okay, this is the, it's supposed to be a gasket on here, and there wasn't one when I took it out, but there is some gunk, which I'm just gonna carefully remove. Can you see that? It's a gunk. So I'll clean this up. Yeah, this sort of stuff. I'll clean this up and then we can reassemble. Okay, so reassembly of the final drive is just the reverse of the disassembly. So the oil thing, just for swishing the oil around, that goes in first. Then there's a gasket, and the gasket's on a particular way, which took me a minute or two to work out, but it goes in like that. Those holes all line up. It goes in one way, which is quite entertaining. And then the ring gear slides down the post. Again, only goes in one way. Like that. That's engaged properly, good. And then I just need to put the bolts in and tighten that back in its place. What I will actually do is I'm going to heat the outer ring just to give that a bit of clearance. That's okay. And then bring these fellas in. Cool. What I'll do is I'll tuck it up when it's on the bike, because it needs a bit of leverage, to be fair. So when it's back on the swing arm, back on the bike, I'll be able to torque these up properly. Won't do it now, but there you go. Final drive. Seal replaced. Job done. Okay, so that's the final drive done. Swing arm is also back from the powder coaters, which is a lovely finish. Pleased with that, very pleased with that. So this can go off and be reassembled, and then I can start putting the bike back together. Well, I can start putting the back end of the bike back together. Next time I think you'll see the fork rebuild, and then we're getting towards the engine, which would be fun and games. So, as always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, please comment, and see you next time. Thanks for watching.